the sun, come up in an harmattan, season. For me, the advocacy has, has heightened, and the awareness is growing. People are now beginning to show more, in the activities of government. And democracy, it is people that should decide how they want to be governed. But, what we practice in Nigeria is a complete far cry. I don't want to make it, to an agenda of a particular party, but politicians generally in this country, the ones we have today are self-serving. They don't care about the people. They are only interested in how to acquire power at the expense of, what should be the due and proper of the people. People are complaining bitterly. The hardship is on a very high side, and coupled with the fact that they don't even listen to us. You just referenced what just happened at the level of the National Assembly, how a vast majority of Nigerians are demanding that we want a proper electoral reform, not these 2 steps forward, 20 steps backward that they are doing. The case of Nigeria is a case of motion without movement. The more things changes, the more they remain the same. So for me, the movement, Kwankwasia movements, or what they call themselves, of course, they've stated the obvious. You cannot have a democracy when the ruling party wants to suppress every other political party. A democracy without a viable opposition is something else. I think everybody should be given a level playing field. People shouldn't be cowed. People shouldn't be prejudged, to become members of any political party. People have a choice to choose where they want to be.
Okay.
And the field should be, level for everybody. I think that's what, democracy, entails, not what we claim we are practicing today.
Okay, Jaja, before you continue, I actually need to ask this question.
Okay.
Do you think the current administration, APC, is using the authority and the fact that they're in power to influence other political parties to their side? Because so far from track records, you could see that most of the oppositions, or that's what it seems, the oppositions are being hunted. And then those that have pledged their loyalty to the APC, even though they are also equally guilty of some of the crimes that the opposition is being, hunted for, seems to get away with their atrocities. Now, are we slowly teetering towards a one-party state because the APC is using its influence to build their party in such a way that anybody standing against them would feel the wrath of the APC?
Well, Tonya, when you mentioned that most of the people, it looks like most of the people are being, tortured or so.
How do you mean by when I say most of the people?
You said if you're not in the APC,
I think it seems like most of the political opponents yes,
the APC are going after them.
Yes.
That's a very far-fetched, claim. Because we've had other presidents, we've had other parties in power prior before now. So how come is it that there was no power in other administrations? I mean,
what I'm just trying to say is that from the track record, you could see that the oppositions, because we've had some political leaders and governors come out to say the reason why they're moving to APC is to bring resources to their state, because the APC is in power, and if you are aligned with the APC, can get more resources. We've also seen one of the governors, northern governors, said that during the allocation of whatever, because he is not in the APC, the monies that they are claiming to have allocated to some of these states, they're not counting because he's not a member of APC.
When some of these governors that are not in the APC per se make most of these statements, you should realize that they make it out of, the reason that they feel that being in the APC gives them more gives other governors more, I mean, if you want to come and join the APC, come and join the APC. That means there must be something, very impeccable about, our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Why are everybody wanting to, join him?
Please, can you enlighten us? Why is everybody wanting to join APC? Is it because of our president Tinubu or because of the influence of APC?
It's about the person. You cannot really rule out the person. Anybody can be president. I mean, we've had presidents, and this is the first time in our nation where we have almost all the states in APC. That means there's something impeccable about this man ruling us. We cannot entirely say that the resources, APC members are receiving more of the resources and other states are not. It's not. We are the facts. You understand? We have a democratic system where funds are being passed through all appropriate paths. You understand? So, if people are coming out making unguided statements that APC governors are receiving more allocations while these other governors are not receiving more, they should state facts. They're just talking, spewing things. Why? Because they feel that, every natural opponent seeing that, okay, look at you now, looking at me that I'm gaining all the support of maybe everywhere. Naturally, you become jealous. That's why we see some of our opponents go on the streets claiming they are doing protests.
Some of your opponents?
Not my opponent. Your opponent. Some of the opponents of the government
we have
on the streets.
We have an APC stalwart.
No, not that.
So you get the kind of commentary they are getting because it's...
No, I'm a public, a fair analyst. I'm not just looking at
some of your opponents.
Some of your opponents, like the opponent of the government. We're not talking about personal stuff here.
Okay.
We're talking about Tinubu's administration. You can see some of his opponents go out, stating staging protests, saying things like, the tax reform is this. If you have 25 million, the government will take out. Or if you have 250 million, the government will take out 25 million.
But are those lies?
No, you cannot.
Tax reform?
No, you cannot just come out and make those statements.
Why not? If those statements are
they're not true. They're not true. No.
So in the new tax laws, how is the money being dispensed?
Would you allow me speak?
Sure.
Yeah. So, like I said, if you're in power, it's natural that your opponents, if people are drawn towards you, maybe by some means or whatever, and they decide to support you, and you as the opponent, you're losing stance every day, you result in social, a lot of defamation. You result in a lot of protests. That's why I see people coming out with their children that doctors come out and lay protests up and down, give wrong information to the society and make people panic. What do you mean by 25 million? I feel that, look, there's something impeccable about this vibrant president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Vibrant president.
I mean, he's doing well. Would you want me to call him an old man? Yes, he's an old man, but he's performing. You understand? In his own capacity. And if a man like that, he's one person, is gathering all these strong heads, that means there's something he's doing right that other governments have not been doing. So you saying that he's giving APC more resources?
I'm not saying it.
You mentioned it.
They stated.
Okay, they stated.
Yes.
That's the point. That's what's happening in Nigeria.
I'm just doing my job.
No, that's what's happening in Nigeria. People just come online, give information.
But this is the governor of a state, and he is saying that
he's angry. He's angry because because at this day he's losing stance every day.
Okay.
He does not know what the next election holds. All his subordinates are leaving and joining the so-called APC. If you'd ask me, I would advise him to go and test what is happening there, because it looks like there's something about this APC that is making everybody come together.
Well, I mean, the last time we saw here, so you can explain to us.
I don't know, but I mean, even in the Bible, we saw how multitudes followed Jesus. It's not because Jesus did something that maybe they have not been seen one or two times, but it was something new. When Jesus came in, people left their religions, people left the things they were doing, to follow this man.
Okay.
So if people are doing the same thing to Tinubu, that means there's something spectacular about Tinubu.
There's
and maybe someday we'll find out.
Okay. No problem. Gentlemen, thank you so much for such an interesting segment on Blowout. Mr. Jaja, thank you very much for coming into the studio.
Thank you very much.
Mufasa, thank you so much as well.
Pleasure is mine.
I forgot to tell you, gentlemen, that you guys are looking really stunning today.
Yeah, I mean, look at you.
All right, this is where we wrap it up on this episode of Blowout. We are open for advert placements, bookings, and commercials. You can connect with us on all our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube at Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok at Atlantic TV Network 1, on X at Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website www.atlanticnetwork.tv. Remember, peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Open conversation comes up shortly. Please don't go away. Thank you for watching. I am Antonia Asabel.